I'm making this video for a response and at the same time, reflection sa dalawang social media doctors that are very famous sa Philippines.
For every home, a heart to guide. Filipino strength standing by your side. Through every mile, through every fight, your family's light burning bright. Family physicians give life a healthy life.
Siyempre, that is Dr. Willie and Lisa Ong, who are battling their own health issues, specifically cancer, diba? And self-reflection. As a first-generation doctor in the Philippines, family medicine specialist, age 33. Napakahirap kasing isipin na our healthcare can really finance our health needs. Depende kung ano yung condition mo, di ba? Now, why can't the government fully subsidize our healthcare? And, di ba, we have the universal healthcare. Sabi naman, hindi naman dapat kailangan 100% babayaran ng government for your healthcare. Siguro konti lang dapat ang shell out to be realistic. Pero our government aims na sana the government will shoulder the entire healthcare cost. If ever ma-admit ka or magpa-check up ka sa doctor, paggawa ka ng laboratories, and even your medications. Now, similar to countries in the European Union, US, and other continents like Australia, diba? Siyempre, we are in sabihin na rin natin, we are an upper middle class country. Still, we cannot fully pay. Yung kailangan na i-shoulder. Okay? The government cannot fully pay your healthcare. But if siguro isipin nyo, pero may mga binabanggit na about zero balance billing, pwede tayong ma-admit at wala tayong babayaran ni 5 kapag nagkaroon tayo ng sakit. It's technically true, but in a restricted environment. Bakit? Ba't ko sinasabi yun? Kasi isipin mo, the project na sinabi nila na zero balance billings policy, that is, purely within a government hospital. To be more specific, ang mandatory zero balance billing is only applicable in areas that are, or specialties, centers that are considered DOH retained hospitals. So pag sinabing DOH retained hospitals, these are operated, financed, and kumbaga, the entire function and the facility is governed by the Department of Health. No? Now, ilan ba ang facilities that are DOH retained in the entire country? I think that's a total of 86. 86 hospitals. Pero, siguro, madami yun Madami, di ba? Pero, tisipin mo din, yun lang ba ang hospital sa buong bansa? Technically, the local or government hospitals, we have a total of roughly around 400 to 500 government hospitals. And you only have DOH retained hospitals of 86. So, malaki yung discrepancy doon. And yung mandatory na zero balance billing doon sa mga 86 specialty centers na yun. Now, how about the other government hospital? Paano sila nakakapag-subsidize or paano nagbabayad yung pasyente kung doon sila na-admit? Let's say, for example, sa district hospitals, pwede pa rin naman i-push yung PhilHealth. No? Pwede nilang gamitin ng PhilHealth to pay the bills. And most often naman, ang naging scheme dyan is based on case rate. Ang problem lang dyan is yung case rate ng PhilHealth, hindi na siya masyadong realistic or at par sa gastusin talaga. For a, let's say, pneumonia, medyo magkakaroon ka pa rin na may lalabas kasi may mga, may kailangan bilhin, may mga supplies na hindi siya angkop, mas mahal, or kasi naubusan ng supplies sa hospital, unknowingly, hindi natin masabi kung that's an operational issue. So, kung let's say, meron na tayo above, let's say, ang case rate is 30K, pero ang entire bill mo, hospital, na district hospital, mabot ka na ng 50K. So, may 20K ka pa. Anong gagawin mo doon? So, kung ginamit mo yung PhilHealth case rate at pneumonia ka, minus 30K na. May 20K ka pang out of pocket. Ang problem din dyan, ang next dyan is, hihingi ka ng tulong. So, that's the problem there. Kung hihingi ka ng tulong from other government agencies. So, ang usual na scenario dyan, kuha ka ng medical abstract, kuha ka ng medical certificate, ilalakad mo yan sa TSWD. Pero ayaw ko yun. For example, the allowed funds na yun, dinirekta na lang sa fund ng DOH to fund, let's say, programs from the Department of Health or pulled directly para ma-increase yung fund ng case rate ng PhilHealth, di ba? So, mas maganda sana kung let's say, doon na lang kinuha yon imbis na pupunta ka pa para humingi. So, it just adds an extra line of paperwork and extra burden for family. Yun yung masakit. Yun ang, at saka yun yung nakakainis na nakikita. Which is seen, okay? Hindi yun mapagkakaila. Yung 20K, balik tayo doon. Yun nga. Pwede mo ipagawa sa DSWD for a guaranteed letter or even pwede ka rin sa Department of Health kasi parang may separate fund pa rin siya. I know, nakakalito. Diba? Ano pa? Pwede rin lang ilakad. Yes, marami kang sources. Pero ang dami pang ilalakad nung kamag-anak ng isang pasyente para ma-zero yung bill. It adds extra burden to the family. Paano na lang kung isang kwan na lang, kung isang source na lang, let's say lahat na additional fund, para yung payment, zero na. Di ba? Ang hirap kasing isipin na yun, yung mga kamag-anak ng isang pasyente na nagamot niya or cancer, pupunta pa sa mga ibang tao, iba-ibang ahensya para humingi ng tulong, malimos. I saw a TikTok, I think a week ago, lista niya kung saan siya pumunta para lang mabawasan yung hospital bill ng kanyang nanay. As a doctor, we plan to treat the patient in accordance to standard care. Pero the question is, yun nga, parang napapaisip ka kung yung standard care, it has a cost. Tapos, nakukonsensya ka pa na parang yung management mo is quality for the patient, pero that quality has a price. And then at the same time, parang kung ba yung may kasalanan, bakit masyadong mataas yung bill ng pasyente? Or is the government not enough to pay for the healthcare of the patient? Di ba? Hirap nun. Kaya babalik tayo dun sa scenario ni Dr. Willie and Lisa Ong. They went, Dr. Willie, ang sure natin, he went to abroad to get treatment. Kung yun ang available dito, okay, a type of sarcoma, tapos yung treatment ay available dito, it cuts down the expense of travel, it cuts down kasi travel for each session siguro, or kung magsistay siya sa Singapore for a long time, swerte ka kung meron kang bahay doon or meron ka kakilala para doon ka muna magstay. Okay, pero syempre, the expense of going abroad is high. And Singapore is a first-class country. So healthcare is also expensive. But if you want to get the better version of healthcare, don't look at it, parang nakikita doon, don't look at it inside the Philippines. Look outside. Pupunta ka sa abroad. You can even think of the one of the recent news before. One congressman wants to undergo a bypass or a coroangiogram pa, pero it was rejected. Diba? Pwede naman, ang sakit isipin na healthcare can be so complicated, and despite na ang daming magagaling na doktor dito at kaya naman may provide ng facilities dito, yun lang, the funding is low. Okay, the support from our government is still, na hindi ko alam kung paano ba para natin isipin yun. Pero if you are a doctor, if you are thinking of these scenarios with your patient, hindi ka nag-iisa. We, the young generations, feel it the same way. And we are thinking of possibilities for our profession. And sana may pagbabago in the next coming years. Ako, nag-iisip pa rin ako if there are changes with our healthcare. Sana, meron. It's for the benefit of every Filipino sa ating bansa. To the doctors, Dr. Willie and Lisa Ong, siguro hindi naman sila pala dito, pero hopefully your treatments are doing well rather. And yes, yung vision nyo to have a better healthcare for Filipinos, envision it as well as first generation or new doctors in our country.